Even though Nappa has no sort of professional experience, I mean, just look at him. He's a giant man with huge muscles and a pretty cool costume. Nappa informs him that this is actually formal Saiyan wear, but that doesn't matter to the agent. Actually, that's nice. That's a backstory for him. And the more he hears about this, the more Nappa is actually on board with it. It's fighting, though most of it is acting, and especially with how strong he is compared to the average human, he's gonna have
What do you say? Let's give it a
That'd be
shot.
awesome. Anytime there's a real fight, he's guaranteed to win, but the acting part actually kind of interests him too. Eventually, more things fall into place with Nappa, and a few years down the line, he's a pro wrestler known worldwide. His armor is his costume, and his real backstory, that's his fake backstory as a wrestler. This way, he's paying homage to his Saiyan roots, but also, he has a nice fun career at it. The general public thinks he's one of the strongest people around, up there with the likes of Mr. Satan. Though Mr. Satan isn't lauded as
Alrighty, let's see these new characters.
But he's still known as the world champion and known as pretty strong. And eventually, Nappa goes into the ring with him one day. Mr. Satan says he's not really used to wrestling, but he goes for it anyway. Nappa beats him in the ring, and nobody questions it because...
I'm not listening to you.
He's even taken aback. He didn't think that guy would be this strong. Thankfully, it's not a blow to Mr. Satan's reputation, and he gets paid a good sum of money for it. Plus, everybody knows wrestling's fake, so they probably thought Mr. Satan just lost for the plot. Over this time skip, Raditz also gets a little bit closer with his family. If only Raditz...
Oh yeah, I'm just watching a random video.
He already has it. And now we get to the Boo Saga, or at least the tournament that happened before. Nappa, of course, is one of the people who joined the World Tournament, and Raditz joins too. But Nappa's a real interesting one because everybody recognizes him. He's famous. Everyone goes ballistic when they see him. It's a little interesting. He gets some sort of publicity stuff because he's a pro wrestler, not a martial artist. So, what is he supposed to do here? Well, that's exactly what he's about to prove for himself. He did make it past the preliminaries after all, so people think he might actually be a serious threat. And it's not just the people in the crowd that are voting about him. It's Bobby's minions, Spokevich and Yamato. Since Nappa is so well known, they decide they're going to go after him. He is regarded as one of the strongest people around after all, and he's a Super Saiyan, so maybe they can try and coax that power out of him. Thankfully, they don't even really need to do that. One of the first fights is Nappa versus Gohan. And Nappa's really interested to see Gohan's power. Of course, Gohan has been training more than usual, but not as rigorously as the other Saiyans. Still, he's growing stronger, and Nappa wants to see what he's capable of. Ever since he heard about a hybrid Saiyan, he realized that Gohan might have some really
There we go.
and he's seen that firsthand a couple
Let's see what I get.
and now he has the power to match it. At least he thinks so. So Gohan goes full power, and so does Nappa. And this is the perfect opportunity to show him.
5 pods. Ron Namek. No Super Saiyan, sadly.
He suddenly tells him, Nappa's an infield.
Oh, I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm probably gonna lose.
Now they can collectively chase them down. So they have a pretty big group, so I don't think everyone really needs to go.
Ultimate Gohan.
Making sure the crowd here isn't at risk.
Leave this to me.
He sees this as an easy shot to win the world tournament for himself. He's been training
Pure
hard,
evil
so
Boo.
He doesn't know if he's going to be able to win against the Gears. But against everyone else here, that shouldn't be too bad. So it's Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Nappa, Piccolo, and Krillin that all end up going. That
real
causes
man.
sneak attack Vegito, but he's countered pretty easily with Gohan being the one to block. He's actually strong enough to take down Dabra, so Vegeta's fighting alone while the others go inside the ship. While Gohan fights Dabra, Yakon and Piccolo are defeated inside the ship, and Bobby begins to panic. He didn't think they'd be dealt with that quickly, and with the way things are going, Dabra's going to be defeated pretty soon, and because of that, he's not going to get much more energy from Gohan. He got a good amount from Nappa, just over half of what he needs, but Bobby still needs more. And he sees two potential candidates for who he can get energy from, Vegeta and Nappa. He could try and possess either of them, maybe even both of them, but he tries it on Vegeta first, who ends up giving in, becoming Majin Vegeta. And next he tries it on Nappa, but Nappa resisted, especially after seeing what just happened to Vegeta. Nappa's pretty comfortable with where he is in life right now, and even though he is susceptible to Bobby's magic, I don't think he'd willingly give in. Vegeta, on the other hand, still has reason to. Sure, Kakarot's lied that he's gotten all his fights with him over this time, but still, Vegeta's not as fulfilled as he should be, at least when it comes to being a warrior. He has more competition, Raditz and Nappa, and he needs to deal with that. And that's actually what he's targeting. He wants to fight Nappa. He needs to defeat him. Goku's ready to help out, but Nappa says he doesn't need it. So Goku goes out to help Gohan, and Gohan's pretty much defeated Dabra already. Vegeta and Nappa are then teleported away, left to fight alone while Goku and Gohan have to figure out what to do.
Let's try this out.
They would really just love to stop the fight, but Goku said that's not going to happen. They just need to let it run its course, and then they'll have to deal with the consequences. Nappa powers up to the Super Saiyan 2, with Vegeta powering up to his maxi, but he can't wait to finally settle the score. And Nappa kind of likes this. He can kind of get why Vegeta gave in to this. He's going back to his old self. He sees that. but he's ready to show Vegeta why that's possible. The fight begins and rages on for a bit. It goes on pretty much just enough time for Babidi to get the energy. And I'd say it's a close battle, but it's still definitely in Vegeta's favor. With the power boost he has, he's stronger than Nappa. Nappa puts up a really good fight though, but eventually is defeated. And as Vegeta stands over him victorious, he then senses Buu awaken, realizing that Goku and Gohan are over there dealing with it, and he'll probably join them too. But as he turns to leave, Nappa says he's not going anywhere. He gets his second win, and something weird happens with him. Vegeta senses his power rising immensely. What's going on?
Let's
Far
do
away,
this.
near where Babidi ship once was, Buu has awoken. Goku and Gohan are ready to face him. And Shin and Kibito just wish they were able to stop the fight because they would have prevented this in the first place, but Goku's not really too concerned. Buu seems really strong, but with the combined power of everyone here, they should be able to...
Drake.
I won't go easy. I won't go easy.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to pause for a second.
And then, different looking at
Gotcha.
this happened, Vegeta, but that's the thing. And being awakened, and we got that second win against Vegeta, came to win a bit of a fight. That same wave, he looked his back to
Dang.
back in the back of the speed, but he tries to come out during the battle, and Super Saiyan Blaster, created a thing Super Saiyan. Good to say Wrath is Super Saiyan. Of course, this is just Super Saiyan. He's taking this one for a test on it, and we're glad to see that. Plus, he's kind of cemented his place as the strongest here. That's pretty cool.
Let's do this.
He's never seen but then he kind of chuckles to it. Deep down, he knows he's
Oh goodness, I think my phone glitching out there. Oh, it is.
Setsu's power levels. Right when he's feeling like he's catching up to everyone, somebody
Wow.
didn't they? Well, at least Raditz won the tournament, even though he took the fall. Anyway, back to the
That is
Nappa
awesome.
lifts two fingers up and performs a giant storm.
Alrighty, that was great.
So, he calls it a colossal storm. A brilliant explosion illuminates the battlefield. Babidi's caught up in it too, and even Goku and Gohan are almost caught. It's very condensed, but very powerful, sending a huge plume of ki into space. Buu is completely eradicated, and Nappa stands there victorious. He's just as surprised as them, but he feels a great sense of pride right now. He got a new form, he saved the day, and he's the strongest of the Saiyans. Following that encounter with Mach and Buu, Vegeta obviously wants Super Saiyan 4 for himself. He tries everything that he can. He actually
Alright, he just wanted to try out that
Nappa got it,
once.
Goku got it, and
There's no one in the cosmos who can stop me now!
but Vegeta's the only one that's left out, so he tries his hardest to get it. But he also comes up with a pretty good idea. And instead of
Let's do this.
about 2 years after the Buu saga, Vegeta asks Nappa for a rematch, and Nappa agrees to it, but he only what Vegeta's up to. He's got something up his sleeve. The two start their fight after Super Saiyan 1, then 2, and then Nappa transforms beyond, going into that wrathful Super Saiyan form. And Vegeta tells Nappa to watch this. He then transforms himself, also getting the same exact form. And Nappa's pretty impressed. How did he do it? Did he have to work backwards and unlock Wrathful? Nope. He actually went about it differently. Thanks to some help from Bulma, he was able to get a blood sway machine made, and he basically forced out a golden grade 8 transformation. Which is still the
Let's do this.
but it had the same result as it. So Vegeta actually doesn't have Wrathful for himself, but he's using the same type of form here. And now, the two of them could have a rematch in the same
I'm guessing Bardock,
and besides
when he
getting this form,
dies, he's
Vegeta's
gonna
been
get
doing nothing but training. He's been growing
a
incredibly
power
strong.
up.
And as the two Saiyans fight, that becomes abundantly clear. Nappa is still really powerful, but he's surprised.
Alright, team.
Vegeta's above him. Vegeta ends up winning the battle.
That's the case. Let's take care of him quick.
This is how things should be. But because Nappa
Holy crap!
has been the best Saiyan generation, well, him and Nappa. Because this is how it sounds. You've never known, but Nappa was able to stop
Was not expecting that.
over time he beat Nappa in a different light, but realized that he doesn't have
Ironic that he got all red.
and now it's time for Vegeta to start. He doesn't have Super Saiyan 4 for himself. Nappa says Kakarot figured that out pretty quickly. He's seen Nappa do it, He was only in
I'll fight too.
Vegeta surprised. He's actually Goku. He had lost his by a month after the boost.
Oh.
That was nice teamwork out there.
I didn't want that to happen.
He's still trying his hardest to train. He realized that he's naturally disadvantaged and is going to fall behind everyone just because he's
Aw.
starting at a lower point.
I was hoping there'd be more
fights.
fights.
Given the fact that he
Whoops.
then had to play catch up with him.
Use my
He decided to
character.
try and
Okay,
go for
that's
something different,
honestly
and
why
it
my
kinda
character.
worked, but it wasn't something better
My
than
level's a
Super
bit
Saiyan 4,
low.
which
Probably
makes
because I
sense
haven't
now,
played
Tails
so much
should be
this
able to
game
go
in
Super Saiyan
in a
5,
while.
But he actually was the first one to discover something else. Super Saiyan 3. He was really surprised to find this because first of all, his hair got really long, and that's saying long because it's already long. But more importantly,
Dang, I forgot my friend was in a cruise right now.
None of the other Saiyans have their tails. It actually took Goku a bit of time to pull off. About a year after the boost, however, he found Super Saiyan 3 for himself. They're gonna have to change the way they name forms, because this one seems stronger than Super Saiyan 2, but below Raphael's Super Saiyan. But the form also confuses him because he has insane ki during with it, which Raditz doesn't. This at least makes Raditz kind of proud. Eventually, Beerus wakes up.
Oh yes, adventures.
He's looking for his rival, the Super Saiyan God Legend. He does find a couple of Saiyans, 4 of them are pure Saiyans, and then there's a couple hybrid Saiyans. He fights the Super Saiyan 4s, and they do seem pretty strong for mortal standards, but he's not too impressed. Though thankfully there's no Majin Buu to piss him off, and they are more impressive, so Beerus has a lot more patience. They eventually get the idea to summon Shenron and ask him about the Super Saiyan God, and they get their answer. Oh yeah, and I don't think I mentioned this in the last part because the Dragon Balls didn't really come into play here, but once Piccolo fused with Kami, I think they'd still go with Dende as their guardian. Goku doesn't have instant transmission, but with help from King Kai, they could definitely find new Namek, and they just take another quick turn. So this is Dende Shenron. Thankfully they have more than enough Saiyans here for the ritual. So, who's going to be your first Super Saiyan God? Well, they heard part of the ritual is to have a righteous heart, and they're honestly not sure if Vegeta and Nappa are back to play. It is at least worth trying. But more important, they know that Goku definitely does fit that. So maybe they should try it first on him, just to see if he's a good target for it. Raditz really wanted to volunteer, but he is also scared that if it didn't work, it would just piss Beerus off. And the only one who's not really terrified of pissing Beerus off is Goku because he's the only one of the 4 Saiyans who's learning about him just now. So he's willing to take the risk and be the guinea pig.
Let's do this.
Ends up working. Vegeta, Raditz, Nappa, Gohan, and Trunks, sorry, Gotenks excluded, all join the ritual and perform it on Goku. He becomes the first Super Saiyan God, which pretty much has the same.
Oh, this is just basically a team of Kaiokens. Let's do this.
And Beerus is happy. Also, Beerus is pretty glad about all the great food.
Ugh.
He has no competition right now. All of their friends are obviously very positive about it too. Tien and Piccolo notice they are surprised. First of all, they haven't really seen Nappa much. He has kind of kept to himself, and he's also been really focused on his wrestling career. But they're really surprised to see how strong he is now. First that Super Saiyan 4 form, and now Goku getting that Super Saiyan God form, which Nappa's probably going to get at some point. Same for Vegeta, and who knows, maybe Raditz too. Tien vows that he's not going to fall in line. It looks like he already has, but he has to keep up somehow. And Piccolo wants to be like that too.
I just wish I could have shown this.
Developing a war bond rivalry between them. They gotta find some way to get ahead. Piccolo eventually gets their one. At some point, the Frieza Force comes close, getting the Dragon Ball.
One down. Goku, you should be dodging all these attacks.
I'll do it. I'll take taking you down again. Leave this go like that.
Out of the way.
What a weakling.
Hey,
how about being a little
Pause for